What's up, everybody? It's Brandon, Box Office Man of Cult Flick Symposium, back again with my brother. We are on to region number 2 of the round of 64 in this horror movie bracket, which of course consists of Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Evil Dead, Scream 6, and Candyman if you didn't see the first video. But if you did see the first video, or if you haven't, you realize that I originally intended on doing the entire first round. My camera overheated. Let's hope that doesn't happen this time. So it turned into, you know what? We're just going to do a video for each region of the first round. So that's what happened. And I also told you last video there's a set of rules that we're going to have to explain at some point. And we didn't have to do that because we agreed on every single thing in the first region somehow, some way. So that sounds boring on paper, but actually it's almost kind of interesting to see how long we can keep this going, I kind of think, in a weird way too. But again, we'll explain that other little rule when we actually differ, because obviously what's going to happen, guys, if we
actually differ, that's the
do.
question. And I feel like at some point we will, because we have had disagreements over horror movies at various times.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would be shocked if we actually got through this entire thing.
Yeah,
not one single disagreement. That I don't expect
that
for
at all. Sure. That's anything. You're going to disagree on shit.
The question is, how long will it take before we get there?
But the point is, obviously, if I pick a movie and he picks the other one, I know it's a tiebreaker situation. If you watched our other March Madness videos I did with the other guys, you already know what happens. But if you don't know, we'll clue you in there. But we have not had a disagreement yet. So, anyways.
We'll see if we have one in this video.
We'll click off. What the fuck? Click off. What the hell? Click off this video.
We're ending this
Get
video
the
now.
fuck out of here.
Right,
Click off. Fuck off. Anyways, we'll start off. Get off. I don't even know where. Maybe that's what I was going to say.
We will begin.
There you go. That's a sentence. It is, though, isn't it? Let's do it. How about that? The 1 seed in Region 2 is the original Nightmare on Elm Street, not the remake that we've already booted, going up against what booted the remake in, the playing game. Seed of Chucky, bro. My God, do we have our first disagreement? Do we have the most major of major upsets? What do you think here?
I think that the 1 seed is an accurate representation of my personal understanding of these two movies. The Nightmare on Elm Street.
Which is nothing. You're like, I have never watched either of these. No. I was like, you already
the original
said you
Nightmare on Elm Street.
Play it up, dude.
The original Nightmare on Elm Street, 100%, in my opinion, is better than Seed of Chucky. And I say that as someone who loves, not both of these movies, but I do genuinely like both of these movies. I love the original Nightmare on Elm Street. But the weird opinion that I may have is the fact that I actually like Seed of Chucky. It is a fun movie, and it's not a movie in and of itself that goes from like, it's not like Seed of Chucky is an immediate departure from what we have gotten from the Child's Play series up to them. We've already had the goofiness sort of enter into the series.
Definitely
Seed of Chucky is just sort of going in that direction that the series is already
diving a little deeper.
So,
just a little deeper, a little Don Mancini craziness. So, I mean, what'd you choose? I feel like you just explained both movies.
I said Nightmare on Elm Street. The original Nightmare on Elm Street.
We're going to run it back.
That's what I'm picking.
There's actually,
I'm just clarifying.
I thought I'd just review both movies and leave it up to you, because you already know whatever you pick, that's what I got too. So Nightmare?
Definitely Nightmare on Elm Street. Love the movie.
Well, isn't this a nightmare?
Amazing.
We have our first disagreement. Just kidding. Nightmare on Elm Street for sure. Seed of Chucky is not as bad as I think people say it is. Even though it's pretty bad, but it's a fun bad. And Nightmare on Elm Street's a fucking classic. And you are doing these subjectively, right? You're not going with one you think are better. Or you're going with which one you think's better, not what you think is but filmmaking wise, this is better. Might not be my favorite.
It's what I personally
You're going
like.
with what your favorite is.
It's what I personally
just making
like.
sure,
and I'm just explaining,
because I've done these lists and had people be like, "Oh, we're not doing that. Well, we're on the final 4." So, all right, I guess you do your way, I'll do my way.
It's what my genuine experience in having watched the movies. And I genuinely liked Nightmare on Elm Street more than Seed of Chucky, but just also clarifying, I am not with what could potentially be the majority position in hating or disliking Seed of Chucky, that would not be me either. I actually do like the movie Seed of Chucky.
We got an interesting one here. I think this is the first time this has happened. Yeah, looks like it. Movies in the same franchise are colliding here. Yes. The 8 seed, Scream 3, going up against the 9 seed, very recent, Scream 6. Dude, people are loving Scream 6. Guess who's not? Not me. I mean,
Not me either.
I like Scream 6, but it is being super overrated to me. We agree on everything. Scream 3 is actually kind of underrated. I don't love it. It's a good movie, but a lot of people just love to put this at the bottom of the Scream list. I'm just like, it's not any worse than any of the other ones. Like, it's a good movie. It's a good horror movie. It's nothing special like the first one. So let me recorrect myself. It's not worse than any of the other sequels. It's fine. Scream 6 is my least favorite sequel. I guess I can say that now because I get where you're going. I feel like already I'm getting the vibes, and if I'm wrong, then it's like, fuck, what if Scream 6 moves on and it plays another Scream, and I've already revealed my answer because I said it's my least favorite. But yeah, Scream 6 is gonna lose to Scream 3 for me.
Same. I dislike. I greatly dislike Scream 6. I was not impressed in it. At first, it had it had the potential of being a really good follow-up to 5 because I like 5. And Scream 6, at first, I feel like the first 2/3 of the movie was great. It was pretty great, but then the final act, the
no
final
spoilers,
part
by the way,
of the movie,
because that's new this year.
Yeah, no, definitely no spoilers
making
for
sure.
sure. Just
Yeah.
the final part of the movie, just for me,
Didn't mess around.
please go watch it. Definitely, please go watch it. Yeah.
But it was terrible and ruined the movie. Please go watch it, though. Do that, please.
If you are a Scream fan,
most people like it.
definitely
Most people like
watch
it.
If you are a Scream fan,
Yeah, you still
it
check it out.
belongs.
I do
Yeah,
like
100%.
it. Number 5. This is one of those ones I talked about in the first video where I didn't mean to let this one slip that far. It didn't slip too far, but I was like, fuck, I forgot about Jason Lives. I think Jason Lives deserves to be a little higher. It's the fan favorite of Friday the 13th films. It should be above a couple other Friday the 13th films I have above it, which is only I think a couple. It probably should be the best Friday the 13th film. But nevertheless, it makes it interesting, maybe even more having it at 5, like that random one that's maybe a little lower seeded than it should be. Jason Lives at 5, going up against number 12 seed, Candyman Farewell to the Flesh. God damn it. This one's pretty cut and dry for me. Come on! We got to disagree at some point. Because I feel like I know where you're going to go on this. Jason Lives is better, dude. Farewell to the Flesh, I don't think is a bad movie, but it is so fucking forgettable. It's a 5 out of 10. It's down the middle average. There's nothing that infuriates me. There's nothing that's bad, but it's like, dude, how do you follow up the amazing original with this just like flat line, like, are we done? It's not bad. Are we done? Type of film. There's no way. Jason Lives. Easy.
It's one of those movies where at times you look at your phone for a bit. I'm talking about
Jason
Farewell
Lives,
to
of
the
course.
Flesh.
Farewell to this
Farewell to the
movie.
Flesh, and then
I'm looking at TikTok.
You check how much longer? How much longer is this? But Jason Lives, though? Jason Lives is not that kind of movie. Jason Lives is like, I wonder what happened next. I want to keep watching this.
Fantastic.
I want
The
to keep
opening.
it keeps my attention to
Straight
the
heat,
end,
bro.
and that alone puts
CJ
Jason
Graham,
Lives above.
come on.
You can say farewell to that movie, and then
To that
hello
movie's flesh.
to Jason Lives. So Jason
All right, let's
Lives is
just
moving on.
Let's just toggle this up. We had the play-in, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is 12 movies we've talked, or 12 rounds, 24 movies, and we've agreed on every one so far. Can this one be our first?
No difficult agreements either. It's just all been straight. Like, yep, I'm right.
This is
right
gonna be-
on
this
it.
one could
this
be
is-
interesting.
Let's see. I don't even want to look at it. You tell me.
Number 4.
Tell me what it is.
Army of Darkness. Going up against number 13, Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You go. You gotta go. I have to. I do have to.
I
Think
know
about this.
exactly.
I have to think
what
about
I'm
this.
choosing. Army of Darkness, I like a lot. I really like it. It's really fucking good. Don't quite love it. amazing. Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is in my like top 100 films ever. Not just horror films. I fucking love Nightmare on Elm Street 2. You got the body, I got the brains. The pool scene, y'all can go fuck yourself with the it doesn't fit canon. First of all, I don't care. Shut up. No, I'm just playing. Really, this is how I feel about that. My one argument for that always was we know that Freddy can come into the real world. Why can't he come in willingly if he can be brought in forcefully? Maybe this is like the one time he's like, let me try a different approach. And he came to the real world. He got fucked. So he's like, let me just stay back in dreamland. That didn't work out. It's not that stretch of a disbelief that he would come into the real world. Because if he's able to do it, even if he didn't choose to do it in other movies, but we see he can coexist, you know, like if we went in water, underwater, I should say, we would drown. It's not like that type of thing with Freddy. It's not like he's in the real world and he's like, how'd he get here? It doesn't even make sense. Or I can't coexist here. He can be in the real world. We've seen that multiple times. We just never seen him forcefully put himself there. Who's to say he can't do that? I don't know why that's such a big gripe with fans. Nightmare on Elm Street 2 is my fucking jam. I'll defend this movie to the fucking end. Best, maybe my favorite rendition of any slasher villain. So good in this movie.
I feel like I definitely know what I would pick, but what's hard for me is I almost feel like there is a part of me that enjoyed Army of Darkness slightly more.
Oh no.
Than Nightmare on Elm Street 2. But then it's like my feelings get shift when I think about certain things that happen
it's getting
in
tough. It's getting
Nightmare on
tough.
Elm Street 2 that make me laugh, that make me love the movie. Like Freddy's one-liners when he's trying to convince Jesse to like take the glove. Like I don't know why I love that line when he goes down to the boiler room and Jesse sees the glove and Freddy comes out from like the corner. He's like, "Go ahead, Jesse, try it on for size."
It's fucking great.
I love that line so much.
The practical effects when he's like, "Oh, Grady," and he's like coming out of Jesse. He's like, "Whoa," and you can see his eye on the back of his throat, and the fucking things are coming out. And then Freddy comes out of his like flap of skin and drops him. He puts his hat on. He's like, "Yeah, motherfucker, it's me." And he's like, in the mirror. The fucking when he's like, "You are all my children now," and that dad shoots him with the shotgun. And he just turns around the fire and looks at him like, "Bitch, really? You coming at me?"
Yeah.
So fucking signature. Army of
I think
Darkness, though,
just-
it's a fan favorite.
I mean, Army of Darkness has got its one-liners too. I mean, this is
Can't-
my
oh,
boomstick.
come on now.
You can't.
Come
put that
on
to the
now.
side,
This
you know?
is
But
it's tough.
I have to pick one. I can't spend too much time contemplating which one I'm going to pick. I am going to go Nightmare on Elm Street 2. I'm going to say it's better than Army of Darkness. And
You
I know
like
I
it
just
better?
said I think I may have enjoyed Army of Darkness slightly more than Nightmare on Elm Street.
Would you
But what
talk
brings
yourself
me
out of
back
it?
to that is my love for Freddy.
He's so
My
good
love
in
and
this
enjoyment
movie.
of the character of Freddy, especially in Nightmare on Elm Street 2. I feel like he comes full throttle.
I'm almost
with
disappointed
that.
in your pick because I thought this was gonna be it. I thought this was the
But
first.
this is the most difficult agreement we
Yeah.
have had.
Before
So-
then, I came real close to choosing Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the beginning over Evil Dead 2013. That was probably the closest one. I'm shocked. I was like, this is it. This is it. This is going to be the one.
You definitely sense this is probably going to be the more difficult one.
Oh,
You
my
sense
Lord, dude.
correctly, but Nightmare on Elm Street 2, in my personal opinion, is a better movie, more enjoyable movie at the end of the day than Army of Darkness. So
All right.
we're moving on.
Good Lord. Number 6 seed, Scream 4. Going up against the 11 seed, Evil Dead Rise. Scream 4 is a fan favorite, and I don't get it. I really, no, in saying
I
that.
feel like at least 4 times in this review you've said this is a fan favorite and they're all idiots.
Yeah,
So
I'm
that-
totally joking. We have our own little quirks. I have like very, unpopular opinions amongst slasher franchises for sure, but that's what makes it fun. Scream 4 to me, again, this is a really good movie, and it's gotten better over time. When I first watched this, I thought it was a shit movie. It seems like all the later Scream movies, like the first 3 Screams, I loved right off the bat. They've dipped a little bit other than the first one. And then 4, 5, and 6, just first watch, just god awful. 6 kind of got even worse, but 4 and 5 grew on me with more watches. This one, no different, but it still isn't great to me. Like, some people fucking praised the shit out of this movie in the horror community. It's really good. Evil Dead Rise, I loved it, man. I'm going Evil Dead Rise.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to go Scream 4.
No, I'm not. No way.
I'm also going Evil Dead Rise.
All right.
So yeah, we're just
what
keeping it
is
going.
going on?
In my head, when he was talking about Scream 4, I was like, all right, this is where we're going to have a disagreement. Then he's like, and I'm going Evil Dead Rise.
I
It's
know.
like, well, all right. then.
Is the waiting for the
All right.
It was waiting for the but.
Yeah.
Dude, this is insane. This don't fuck. There's no way we do this again.
Dude,
I thought for
come on,
sure
we
Elm
gotta,
Street 2
we
was
got to
it.
do this.
Number 3.
I did see Evil Dead Rise in the theaters with him too, and it was a very enjoyable
Oh, dude,
experience.
it's damn good. Number 3, Halloween 4. Going against the 14 seed Rob Zombie Halloween 2. Halloween 4, the fan favorite. Again, that I don't get.
That's number 5.
No.
You got to add up the amount of times that Brandon has utterly contradicted the general consensus of,
Yes,
of Halloween of horror movie
Let's do it
fans.
again. Rob Zombie Halloween's 2 that everybody hates that I don't get. Halloween 4. This is not a movie like I don't get. I hate it. I really enjoy Halloween 4, unlike 5 and 6. But I'm not nearly as high on it as other people. It's been said a million times, but it's no less true. The Mask really brings it down for me. Rob Zombie's Halloween 1 and 2 are fucking amazing to me. Always have been. It's too different from the original Michael. It's a fucking remake, bro. I prefer the more motiveless Michael, but if we're going to remake it, I'd rather see this take on Michael, something completely different, all while kind of capturing the essence. And yes, I do think it does that, even though people won't give it credit for that, all while making its own stamp. I think Rob Zombie's Halloween movies have that quality and don't give enough credit for them. And it's like a fun, like, almost like you see multiverses are hot right now. It's like a multiverse of Michael Myers with a different path, different take. I really love Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and I'm going to take it over Halloween 4. Yeah, I did that.
I'm also going to do that.
There's no way. Holy shit.
In my opinion, the Michael of Rob Zombie's both of
Tyler Mane is
it-
a fucking
better Michael,
monster.
better Michael than Halloween 4.
Holy shit, bro.
And yeah, I remember watching Halloween 4, and the thing that puts Rob Zombie Halloween 2
Pink Mask ruined
over Halloween 4 is that his reiteration of Michael feels more unique, and it brings more to the table than what Halloween 4 brings to the story. There's more going on in Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
It's definitely
Michael
different.
is
Pissed
better,
a lot
more
of people
interesting.
off, but yeah.
So that's,
I'm not gonna argue. A
that's
lot of
what
people
made-
right now are watching. It's like, what in the fuck is that? Matter of fact, both of these fucking they like the same movies. It doesn't even fucking make sense. I'm out of here. This is insane. We're still going with this. All right.
Just our opinions, guys.
Yeah, that are
Just
the
our
exact
opinions.
same, you dumb fucks. The number 7 seed. This motherfucker polluted your brain. You're his younger brother. Don't listen to fucking him because you can see it. He ruined your shit. Number 7. I don't know why I'm saying so much all of a sudden. Nightmare on Elm Street flick by the name of New Nightmare. This is, of course, where it isn't Freddy Krueger. It's a demon that took over, an entity that took over Freddy Krueger. And all that people like, Robert Englund, who played Freddy Krueger, plays in the movie as Robert Englund. And Nancy plays as Nancy in real life. Heather Langenkamp, the actress, plays the actress. Like, they play themselves, that kind of thing. It's got one of my favorite lines in the fucking series where she opens the closet and Freddy, or the entity that becomes Freddy's like, miss me. That whole fucking thing. I don't love this movie, but I highly enjoy it. Going up against the 10 seed Halloween Kills, which has just debatably the best fucking Michael Myers I've ever seen. But to me, surrounded by just the worst written garbage movie I've ever seen with terrible creative choices. But somehow I can watch it just because I just love watching Michael wreak havoc in this movie. But it's overall a bad movie to me. So for me, I got to go New Nightmare on this one for that reason.
Let's mark our first disagreement.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is this happening?
Let's mark our first
I
disagreement.
thought you didn't like Halloween Kills.
I like it more than New Nightmare.
Okay. Damn, dude.
And the thing
New
is,
Nightmare is a good
if
one,
I
too.
can just put aside Halloween Ends, if I can just lay it aside, and
If I could just
if you watch,
act like
the
this is
first
another
video,
Halloween
yeah,
movie.
yeah. If you and what
For
you
one
said,
second.
multiverse, Halloween Ends is a different verse. It's a different universe. If you watch the first video, you'll know why I despise Halloween Ends. But if I just lay it aside and I look at Halloween Kills as the movie that it is, in my opinion, arguably the best Michael. Michael has yet to become what he becomes in Halloween Ends, which is arguably the worst Michael,
Interesting.
in my opinion.
Oh,
And
for
so,
sure.
yeah, it's
Jesus
just the
Christ.
worst
They ruined it.
But
It's not even
Halloween
Michael,
Kills,
bro.
still the
It's
best
just-
Michael. Voice crack there. Still the best Michael. The story is acceptable. The character of Michael carries the movie, honestly. It carries the movie. I think it carries it enough to be over New Nightmare. So this will mark
Okay.
our first disagreement.
And this is where...
Did we explain the rule to them?
Oh, that's what I'm about to do.
All right.
Okay, this is how this is going to go down. If we do have a tie, which thank you for finally ending that. That was crazy, right?
Yeah,
We're
We're going to have to count how many movies that was in a sec.
No, yeah, it was 13, 14, 15. 15 movies in a
15
row
straight
to start off the
movies.
bracket, including the little play-in we did. So what we do is, if it's a tie, we have to go to IMDb. And IMDb, which is kind of, a decent enough general consensus because it's, user reviews culminated in a score, tells us what the audience, for the most part, thinks. And then if that does not work, as in, like, say they both have the exact same IMDb score, then we'll go to Rotten Tomatoes score. And if somehow that's tied, then we will go to the audience score on there. So we basically go audience, kind of audience-y, I guess. Not audience from Rotten Tomatoes, but audience score in a way with IMDb. Then we go critical with critics. And then we're like, okay, the actual audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. And if that don't work, then we probably do what the other option is. We get one phone a friend if we're like, no, fuck that IMDb score. I got somebody I can call. What say you? And if they vote, however they vote, they are the deciding factor. I don't want to use that here. I only get one in the first round. I don't care enough about New Nightmare. So I'm just going to go with IMDb, which thankfully I don't even have to do anyways. I already know the outcome here. Halloween Kills is a 5.5 on IMDb, and that's going to lose to New Nightmare, which is a 6.4. New Nightmare is actually considered a good movie, so I figured it would win. So, hey, man, every movie I've wanted to move on so far has. This is great. Really enjoying this bracket so far. I'm going very well. This would literally be a perfect... I'm like, this fucking March Madness is amazing. All right, and then the last one in this region, guys. Nightmare on Elm Street, Dream Warriors at the 2 seed. Another one I don't get. I'm not a big Dream Warriors fan. I don't hate it, people. I like it, but man, do not love it. There's a lot of things that weigh it down for me, even though there's a lot of cool things as well. Going against the 15 seed, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Not really a remake? Yeah, I guess it kind of is. 2022, which
Ooh.
another very unpopular opinion. I am this movie's biggest fucking fan. I am in love with this movie.
Yeah, you go.
I can just go right now. Fucking turn it off. Well, you already made it to the end of the video. You might as well listen to this controversial take, right? The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's not a remake, right? I think it's just like a... Here's another
Is it not
tale.
just supposed to be like its own thing
I
by
don't even
itself?
know
Is that not
anymore.
what
It's
it's
been a
supposed to be?
little
That was my impression of it
I don't
when
know.
I first watched it.
This fucking movie doesn't have a whole lot in substance, and yeah, it's got like the Gen Z stupid shit. But when I get past that and just watch Leatherface fuck shit up unapologetically in this movie and just dominate people, there's so many like moments in this movie where I'm like, oh, fuck, oh my God, they went there. Oh shit. Oh fuck yeah, you had the balls to do that. While this other franchise didn't. If you knew what I was talking about. Yeah, because there's something that Halloween does that really pisses me off. I'm not even going to give it away, that this movie does that I really love. And it's probably flip-flop for other people. Again, a lot of controversial opinions.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Chainsaw Massacre 2022 over what maybe some people would pick to win this entire bracket. People love Dream Warriors. To me, guys, I'm not that big of a fan. I like it. I'm not mad when it's on, but I'm not a huge fan of it. It departs from, and again, unpopular opinion. Most people don't like Elm Street 2, but they at least agree on this. Scary Freddy. The Freddy I love is not Freddy Krueger, it's Fred Krueger. And this movie leaves a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth for that reason. So TCM 2022 for me.
Since we're apparently in the mood of making controversial statements, because that's something you're doing a lot, I will agree
No way.
with Brandon's assessment.
No way.
I really, really like, I will not say that I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. I won't say that I love it. Really, really like it, though. And I like it more than Dream Warriors.
No way.
My personal opinion.
Everybody's like, I'm not coming back
in my
for
personal
Region
opinion, in my personal opinion, Dream Warriors is what Stranger Things did better.
Oh, no.
That's what I think.
People love Stranger Things, though. Maybe you can get away with
Yeah.
that one. Okay, guys.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
guys.
that's what I think.
What a hot button topic. We've only disagreed on one thing through the first side of the bracket. That is insane. And we just eliminated a juggernaut with a piece of shit. This is getting interesting, guys. Come back to get more pissed off. We'll see y'all soon.
So yeah.